Okay, we'll start now. Yesterday, we completed one concept of salary scale. Okay, no? Salary under grading scale. If your employer is giving you salary and he is giving you salary in the salary scale, so how will you calculate your basic salary? That's what I discussed yesterday with you. You can see the similar type of example I have also given yesterday the class. Okay, now with this example you're supposed to calculate the basic salary. Come on, do it fast. The example is in front of you. Mr. A has joined X Limited on 1st of December 2023 in the salary scale of 20,000, 1,000, 25,000, 2,500 and 40,000. Determine his taxable salary from the above details for the previous year 25-26. Assume that the salary for each month becomes due as on the last day of each month. Come on, do it fast. What the answer? What the answer? What time you are going to take? Entire salary sum takes this time. Just calculating basic salary. Do it fast. Hello? Rishita, much answer? Lakh? 36. Madam sitting behind you. What is name? What is your name, madam? What is your answer? 2 minutes is your answer. 2 minutes is the wrong answer. Bhumika, Is your answer? Two lakh, 1,000, 4,000. Correct answer. Your answer is correct. 2,56,000. See, from 1st of December, see in the question they are saying that 1st of December 2023, Mr. A is joining now. So when he will complete 1 year? 30th November. 30th November 24. If nothing is mentioned in the question, then at the time of joining, he will join at what? At minimum salary, 20,000. Okay. So for the first year of his service, he is going to get 20,000. Second year will start from 1st December 24 and it will end on 30th November 25. For the second year, he is going to get 21,000. Why? Because there is an increment of rupees 1,000 in the monthly salary. Okay. So how much total he is going to get? 21,000 for second year. Now third year of service will start from 1st December 25. So 1st December 25 to 30th November 26, he is going to get 22,000 per month. 1,000 increment he will get. Okay. So 20,000 in the first year, 21,000 in the second year of service, and third year of service. How much? 22,000. Now see, I don't want to go beyond that because my previous year 25, 26 will be covered between these 2 years of service. So my previous year will start from 1st April 2025. Can I say 1st April 2025 will come between these two dates? And 31st March, my previous year will end. So 31st March 2025 will come between these two dates. Getting my point? So from this date to this date, the salary was 21,000. So can I say April to November, the salary will be 21,000. And from December, the salary is increasing. Salary is increasing to 22. So December to March, the salary will be, so April to November, 8 months. Then December to March, 4 months. 21 into 8, 22 into 4. This will be my total amounts. And this will be my basic salary. Okay. Same question. Different information. Okay. You got this answer, no? Everyone understood? Now, same question, little bit different information. What I have done, instead of salary becoming due on the last day, now I am saying, what if the salary is becoming due on the first day? Give me the answer. Come on, first. How much? 2 lakh 30 13 2 lakh 19,000 90 99 no 2 lakh 75. This is the answer. Tell me. Sir, lakh? Very good. Lakh? 78. Madam, you? No. Lakh 10. Very good. Very. For how many months you are calculating salary? 12 months only, no? Huh? Only 1,000 will be reduced. Only one information is changed, and see, it can put you in trouble in the exam. Did you understand the earlier one? Tell me yes or no. The earlier one, they are saying that the salary becomes due on the last day, means every month's salary will become due in this year only. April to November, salary will become due on the last day of that month. Meaning that April month salary will become due in this year, 30th April. May month salary will become due in this year on 31st May. June month salary will become due on 30th June on this year. Likewise, every month salary till March will become due in this year. So, April to November, how much salary? 21,000. And December to March, how much? 22. Everything becoming due in this year. But if a small information is changed, instead of last day, they are saying that salary will become due on the first day. Information is adjusted in the same manner. But what I have done here, can you see? Instead of multiplying 8 months, I have multiplied 9 months. Instead of multiplying 4 months, I have multiplied 3 months. Why? Because this year, April month salary was how much? Tell me. April month salary was 21,000. November month salary was? That salary will become due in this year only. April salary will become due in May. 1st May. May month salary will become due 1st June. Salary is becoming due in this year only. So will be taxable in this year. Getting my point? But wait. From December, the salary is changing. It becomes 22. December salary will become due in this year. Date 1st January. January salary will become due this year. Date 1st Feb. Feb salary will become due this year, 1st March. But this year's March salary, which is 22,000, will not become due in the next year. So March month salary 22,000 will not be taxable in this year, will be taxable in the next year. So tell me what to do here. Should I take the March month salary? I will take only till February, because till February the salary is becoming due in this year. So from December to March, no, December to February, 3 months, 22,000. So this year March becoming due in next year. Likewise, last year March will become due in this year. So what was the salary for last year? March. Last year March salary will be, so from March I am supposed to take. From March I am supposed to take. I am not supposed to take from April. So April will become due in this year. Just like that, the last year March will become due in this year. What was the salary in the March? Come on, tell me. It was 21,000. So 21,000 into 8, April to November. No, March to November. I have to take 21,000 taxable for this year. So 21 into 9 and 22 into 3. This will be 189. This will be 66. And the answer will be 255. Only 1,000 salary got reduced. Getting how much? 2,13,000. 99,278. What are you doing? I am not understanding only. Two more examples. Come on. Two more examples. Come to example number 3. Okay. Start. Come on. Now don't commit mistake in this, huh? Small information is added. One more extra information is given in this example. Different answers. See, one information is added. Instead of 20,000, now at the time of his joining, the salary fixed was, so now instead of starting from 20,000, we'll start from 24,000. How come? So when he will start working, for the first year his salary will be 24,000. For the second year his salary will be 25,000. And in the third year his salary will not be 26,000. Because after the salary becomes 25,000, he is going to get the increment of 2,500. Yes or no? So now his salary will not become 26. It will become 27,400. And 27,500. From April to November, April 2025 to November 25, his salary will be becoming due in this year, because becoming due on the last day. Okay, and December to March, 27,500 will also become due in this year. So how many months? 4 months here, 8 months here. This will be 2 lakh, this will be 10,000, this will be 3,10,000. Very good. Very good. Now, same question. Now, instead of salary becoming due on the last day, it becomes due on first day. That. Now, every time the date of joining will not be same, huh? In the question, in the examination, this date can be different. This scale can be different. And this also can be different. Three lakh 7,500. 3 lakh 7,500. First year is 24,000. Second year 25. Third year 27,500. That is not going to change. But now instead of April to November, I will charge March to November. Last year March to this year November will become due in this year. And this year March I will not tax. So this year March will be taxable in the next year because it becomes due in the next year. So I will take from December to February. December to February, 3 months. March to November, 9 months. So this will be 2,25,000, this will be 82,500, and the total will be 3,07,500. Only 2,500 got reduced. Okay. Now pay attention. This was your salary. So yesterday I told you that whenever you are going to calculate salary, first of all, you will take basic salary, basic pay, basic salary. That is taxable under salary head. Now, what is the next thing which will be given by the employer and will be taxable here? The next thing can be arrears of salary. And do you remember charging section? Section 15. Charging section was saying that the arrears of salary of any earlier year can also be taxable in this year. Can also be taxable in this year, provided that arrears were not taxed earlier on due basis. Arrears was not taxed earlier on due basis. So this year, when you will receive it, at the time of receipt, you have to tax it in this year. But what if the arrears was taxed earlier on due basis? It was already taxed earlier on due basis, but you could not receive it. Now you are receiving that arrears in current year. Will you again charge it or will you ignore it? Simple. So arrears is done. Sir, why arrears was not taxed earlier on due basis? Sir, you are only saying that the salary will be taxable on what basis? Due or receipt, whichever is earlier basis. So definitely this salary would have become due earlier and it would have been taxable. So why you are saying that the arrears was not taxed earlier on due basis? Wait. I am your employer, you are my employee. Okay. Since last many years you are working with me. So what happened now? I had promised you that I will increase your salary. The time when you joined, no, that time I told you that I will increase your salary. Okay, I will give you an increment in your salary. So every year you are going to get an increment of increment of 10%. Increment of. So for example, if the employee joins me, okay, and the employee is joining in 22, 23. Which year he is joining? So 22, 23, the salary fixed was 50,000. Salary fixed was 50,000. So in that year, no, I gave you salary 50,000 per month. So in the next year, you should get an increment of 10%. You should get an increment of 10%. So next year, your salary should be 23, 24. Your salary should be 55,000 per month. Yes or no? And in the next year, in the year 24, 25, your salary should be no 60,500. Yes, 60,500. Okay, no? Now what happened, no? Your salary was supposed to increase in 23, 24. And also in 24, what I told you that in 23, 24. In 23, when I was supposed to give you how much salary? 55,000 per month. That time I told you, see, the situation of the company is not good. Financial losses are happening. Okay. The company is suffering with losses. Please don't ask for an increment in this year. I'm not throwing you out. I'm telling you to work only, but please don't ask for this year's increment. Whenever the company will make the profits, no, that time the company will give you the increment. But right now, for this year, please don't ask for increment. Accept the same salary, 50,000, which you were earning last year. So in this year, what happened? Instead of 55,000, which you were supposed to get, how much you got? 50,000 per month only you got. Yes or no? So how much less amount you got? 5,000 rupees less. Okay. 5,000 rupees less. For how many months? 12 months. So 60,000 salary which was supposed to be received in this year, okay, you did not receive. Why? Because employer did not give you increment of 5,000 because of some financial losses. Okay. And you also agreed that, okay, sir, I will accept. But next year, please give the increment. Next year, please give the increment. Next year also, I requested you that, see, this year your salary was, this year I am supposed to give you an increment of, give you an increment and make your salary 60,500. So this year you should get this increment also, and this year you should get this 60,000 also. Hello? Salary which I did not increase last year, okay, which was in arrears. Hello? That salary also I am supposed to give you in this year. And this year I am supposed to increase your salary to 60,500 per month. This year also I made the same request that please take the original salary. How much? 50,000. Don't ask for an increment. So this year also I gave you 50,000 per month. So how much less amount you got? 10,500 per month you got less. For how many months? So this will be 1,26,000 you got less. Okay. Now tell me, in 23-24, how much salary you were actually getting from me? How much salary was in arrears? And in 24-25, how much salary you were actually getting from me? 50,000. And how much was in arrears? Now you are not sure. You are not sure that whether you are going to get this salary which was in arrears or not. Your employer has promised that whenever the financial situation will be good, that time the increment will be given and this salary will also be paid at that time. The arrears will also be paid at that time. Hello? But you are not, knowing that when the situation will be good, when the employer will pay me this, when he is going to give me increment. Getting my point? So tell me, in the year 23-24, how much salary you would have shown as becoming due? You would not have shown 55, you would have shown, so definitely this 5,000 rupees you did not charge on what basis? Due basis. Because you were not sure that whether you are going to get this salary in future or not. So instead of making this salary due in this year and paying tax on this salary in this year, let me wait. Right now, how much I am getting? 50. So how much salary I will show taxable on due basis? 50 only. That 5,000, whenever I will receive, that time I will show taxable. Getting my point? So this 5,000 for this year, 10,500 for next year. You would not have shown this salary taxable on what basis? Due basis, because you were yourself unsure that whether you are going to get this salary in future or not, whether the financial situation of the employer will improve and he is going to give you this salary. But fortunately now what happens in the year 25, 26, 25, This is my previous year. Now this year, your salary should be how much? This year, your salary should be how much? This year also you should get increment. So this year your salary should be 66. You have taken 10% of this amount. 10% of 60,500. You have increased in the salary. And now this year your salary should be 66,550. So what is happening now? Employer is saying, I'm giving you increment from this year. So from this year you will start getting how much salary? Now I will not keep any salary in arrears. So this entire year, how much should have been your salary? 66,550. Take this 66,550. And also the salary which was in arrears, I'm also paying you that salary. Possible or not? So this year how much you got? 60,000 arrears you got, and 1,26,000 arrears also you got in this year. So the arrears of any earlier year you have received in this year. Did you show it taxable in the earlier years on due basis? So definitely you are going to show this amount taxable on receipt basis in this year only. Got it, sir? Hello, sir? This usually happens when there was supposed to be an increment in the salary, but you did not get that increment. Now what happens now? Employer is not giving you, these kind of situations arises majority in the case of government undertakings or in the case of government. So if you are a government employee or you are a government undertaking employee, so usually what happens? You get retrospective increment in the salary. So every year the salary was given same amount, but you were supposed to get an increment. The government was not giving you an increment. So all the employees went on a strike that we are not going to work till the time our salary is not increased. Every year bloody you are giving same salary. See the inflation, how the inflation is rising. And according to the inflation, our salary should also rise. We should get the increment in the salary. You are not going to give salary. Every year you are giving us how much? 50, 50, 50, 50. Give us an increment. All the employees went on strike. So the government said, okay, no problem. We are going to give you increment. You said, no, increment from today. No, increment from retrospective effect. So since the time when we were supposed to get the increment in the salary, so we joined in 22-23, we did not get an increment in 23-24, we did not get an increment in 24-25. So we want an increment starting from 23-24. So government said, okay, please come on work. We are going to give you an increment, not from prospective effect, but retrospective effect. So the salary we will increase for 23-24 also, for 24-25 also, and from this year also your salary will also increase. And the salary, increased salary, which you did not get for earlier years, which was in arrears, we are going to give you that salary in this year only. Understood? So these kind of situations can be there, and in that case arrears can come, and arrears of salary, which is not the salary for this year, which is a salary for earlier year, which was not taxed earlier on due basis, because I was not aware that whether I am going to get that salary or not. So which was not taxed earlier on what basis? Due basis. I will have to show it taxable on receipt basis. Sure, sir? Now arrears can be taxed earlier on due basis also. See, you got an increment in 25-20, you got an increment in 24-25. Okay. So in 24-25, you got an increment in your salary. Okay. Your salary was 40,000 per month in this year. Okay. And from 1st of February 2025, your salary was increased to 45,000. Salary was increased to, meaning 5,000 increase in your salary. This increment came in between the year. This increment came in between the year. So now what is happening? Employer is saying that, see, how much salary I am going to give you from April to April to 31st Jan, you're going to get 40,000 of salary. Okay. And from 1st of February, your salary will become. So this year, 40,000 into, sorry, not from till 31st March, till 31st January. 40,000 into how many months? 10 months. And 45,000 salary will be from February to March. So for 2 months. So this will be 90,000. Hello? And this will be 4 lakh. So your salary for this year should have been how much? Okay, no? Now 4,90,000 includes 2 months salary at what rate? Okay. But when the accounts department was processing your salary, accounts department processed the salary for last 2 months also at 40,000. Possible or not? There was an increment which happened from February, but the accounts department of the team, because of some, mistakes, they processed your salary at the old rate, meaning 40,000. So, how much salary you actually got in this year? 40,000 into 12, 4,80,000 you got. Yes or no? So, the 10,000 which you were supposed to get, 5,000 increment for last 2 months, that was not paid in that year. Hello? And that was a bona fide mistake from accounts department. So, your employer said, let's see, it is a mistake from accounts department. Okay, you approached your employer. You said your employer that, hello, my salary has been increased from 40 to 50. And see, accounts department is giving only 40. So your employer said, don't worry, I'll talk. In the month of February, the employer forgot. And in the month of March also, he forgot. So for the last 2 months, how much salary? 40. Now, your employer has rectified that mistake. He said, in the month of March also, you are going to get how much? 40,000, because I forgot to inform the accounts department. Okay. But this year, I have informed them, you are going to get that balance 10,000 salary, you are going to get. Don't worry. So your employer is saying that you are going to get that salary, and that salary is not a huge amount. Only last 2 months, 5,000, that is 10,000 less received. Hello? So why to wait for receipt? Let's give this salary in this year only and charge in this year. So what you did? In the month of April, immediately you got that salary. Immediately you got that arrears of salary. But you got it in which year? 25, 26. In this year, you got that 10,000 rupees of salary, which was a shortfall. Yes or no? That 10,000 which was in arrears. This 10,000 arrears you got in the next year. Immediately your employer rectified the mistake. He informed the your accounts department to release that 10,000. Now see, in the month of April only, in the beginning of this year only, you are going to get 10,000. Okay, your employer has also promised that don't worry about the 10,000. I will inform the accounts department. You are going to get that salary. So definitely for the last year, you would not have shown how much? 480 as taxable. You would have shown the 10,000 you would have shown taxable on due basis in the last year itself. So now this 10,000 which was in arrears for last year, you are receiving this year. Yes or no? But you are receiving this year. It was already become due. You have already shown it taxable on due basis in the last year. Will you again tax it on receipt basis in this year? No. So in that case, the arrears will not be taxable. Got it, everyone? So this much in detail they are not going to go. They are going to tell you arrears of salary received in your previous year. Arrears of salary received in your previous year, and they will also give this information that whether it was taxed earlier on due basis or not. If they are saying that it was not taxed earlier on due basis, so this year you have received, this year it will be taxable. But if the question says that it was already taxed earlier on due basis, so this year, if you are receiving, you are not supposed to charge. Everyone, will you remember? But sometimes the examiner in the question, he is silent. He will just tell you arrears of salary received. That's it. For this year, arrears is received. That's it. No information that whether it was taxed earlier on due basis or not. What are you going to do? Assumption. That if no specific information in the question is given regarding the taxability of arrears in the earlier years on due basis, we have assumed that the arrears was not taxed earlier on due basis, hence we are charging the arrears in this year on receipt basis. A small note you are supposed to give in that case. Getting my point? The best assumption can be that only they have given arrears, so they want me to tax it. If they have not given the details that whether it was taxed earlier on due basis or not, I will assume that it was not taxed earlier on due basis. I am taxing it on what? Receipt basis. Getting my point? So this is your salary. In your salary, can you see arrears? Wait, this was your basic salary. The entire discussion of this basic salary happened yesterday. Yes or no? Next one, salary under grading system also we have discussed. Now this is arrears of salary. Employer is giving arrears to the employee. So arrears is received by the employee during the relevant previous year, during your previous year. Okay. If it was taxed earlier on due basis, not taxable again on receipt basis. If it is not taxed earlier on due basis, it will be taxable on receipt basis. Okay. Now, in your statement, can you see after arrears, advance salary is also there? What is advance salary? The salary of next period. See, this year's salary you receive in advance in this year will not make any difference. Why? Because anyways it was going to become due in this year. You have received in advance in this year. Right now, which month is going on? January. In the month of January, you are going to get the salary for February and March in advance. It is going to become due in this year, and it is also received in advance in this year. So, there is no concept of advance here. Advance will arise, advance salary will arise when the salary of the next year, next period, which is becoming due in next year, you have received in this year. For example, you are in the month of March, end of the year. You are in the month of March, end of the year. And end of the year, you are in urgent need of funds. And you approached your employer and you told your employer that employer, next 2 months salary, meaning April and May of the next year. Hello? Please give me that salary in advance. So if you are already an old employee, you have been with the company for so many years, okay, so your employer can help you. Let's see, he is having urgent need of money. So he is asking for 2 months salary in advance. Anyways, he is going to come and work for those 2 months. Okay, let me give him advance salary. So what happened? Salary for 2 months of this year or next year. Next year you will work. Next year that salary will become due. But you are receiving that salary in advance in this year in the month of March itself. The salary is always taxable on what basis? Due or receipt, whichever is. So it will become due in the next year in the month of April and May when you will work. That time it will become due in the next year. But have you received it in advance in this year? It will be taxable in this year on what basis? Receipt basis. Next year when it will become due, at that time will you again charge it? That time it will be ignored. So it will not be taken as salary for next year. It will be taken as salary for this year because it is taxable on what basis? Receipt basis. Due or receipt, whichever is earlier. Got it, sir? So advance salary done. Now wait. Sometimes they can, they can put you in some trouble. They can twist this information. Now see, they are saying advance what are you receiving now? Are you receiving advance salary or advance against salary? I had said advance salary taxable. So what you did, you took the advance against salary which was given in the question and you charged that amount also as your salary. Answer wrong. What did I say? What will be taxable? Advance salary will be taxable. The question is not giving you advance salary. Question is giving you advance against salary. What is that advance against salary? Simple, no? That is a loan which you are taking against your salary. Advance means what? Loan which you are taking against your future salaries. You're telling your employer that employer, I'm in need of money. Please give me advance. Adjust this advance against my future salary. So whatever salary you are going to give me in future, from that salary, small amount of this loan you adjust. So right now you are taking 5 lakh rupees. You have taken 5 lakh rupees in this year. You have taken 5 lakh rupees in this year as advance against salary. And you have told your employer that out of this 5 lakh, 20,000 rupees per month you adjust from my future salary. In future, whatever salary the employer is going to give, from that salary, 20,000 per month will be adjusted for this advance. Right now, what are you getting? Are you getting income or you are getting loan? That loan is to be adjusted against your salaries, which you are going to receive in future. Under the Income Tax Act, what is taxable? Income. What is taxable? Bloody, the amount which is coming to you is not your income, it is your loan which you have taken against your salary. Getting my point? The employer is going to adjust this loan against your future salary, but ultimately you have taken the loan only, no? So will you charge that 5 lakh as your salary income or you'll ignore it? You have to ignore it. Where you will charge? Under which head? No head, because all the heads, what will be taxable? Income. This is not your income only. See, if advance salary is there, you are receiving your income in advance. Now that income you are not going to receive when it will become due. So we are charging it on receipt basis. But the second case which I said, that was not your income which you are receiving in advance. That was a loan which you are taking against your salary. How the bloody hell the loan can be taxable as your income? Ignore that, no? So they will put you in trouble by, twisting the language. And if the language is twisted and by mistakenly you have taken that amount as your salary, entire sum wrong. Why? Because that is not your income only. Why the bloody hell you are charging that? Got it? Now sometimes they will tell you, employee is receiving 5 lakh rupees advance. That's it. Now they are not using the word advance salary. They are not using the word advance against salary. They are using the word advance. Employee is receiving advance from the employer. Advance means loan. Now this loan is not to be adjusted against your future salary, but whenever you will have money, you will have to return that money to the employer. You have taken this money in the form of loan. This is not your income coming in advance. This is a loan which you are taking, which you have to return to the employer as and when you have funds. So the advance which you have taken is not to be adjusted against your salary, but it is still your advance, still your loan. What will you do? IGNORE, ignore. Advance against salary. What are you going to do? IGNORE, ignore. But advance salary, IGNORE, or taxable. Taxable on what basis? Due or receipt, whichever is earlier. So the salary is becoming due in the next period, but you have received that salary in this previous year, so it will be taxable on receipt basis in this previous year itself. Yes or no? Read this part. Arrears of salary done? Read this entire part. I already discussed this. Employer giving advance salary to the employee. So it is a salary which becomes due in any subsequent previous year, let's say 26, 27, but the same is received during the current previous year. Our previous year is 25, 26. It will be taxable under the head salary on basis, on what basis? Receipt basis. In which previous year? 25, 26. Not taxable again when it becomes due in the next year. Okay. Now note, advance received against salary or any other advance received is a loan, not an income. The same is to be ignored. Done, sir? Okay. Now in the salary statement, see, one by one we are finishing this statement. The moment this statement is finished, the chapter is finished. Okay. So next one is bonus. Sometimes you call it ex gratia also. That is a Latin term used for bonus. Okay. What is the meaning of bonus? What is the meaning of bonus? Bonus means an amount given as reward for performance or as a goodwill gesture or on. So as a goodwill gesture, the employer can give you, or on special occasions, the employer can give you, or for your performance, it can be given as a reward also. You're doing a good performance, take bonus. Some special occasion, Deepavali is coming, take bonus. Hello? Or goodwill gesture means employer is earning huge profits. So as a goodwill gesture, out of those profits, the employer will give you bonus. So an amount which is given as a goodwill gesture on special occasion as a reward for performance is nothing but bonus. Now who is going to give this bonus? To whom? First of all, don't charge this on due basis. Don't charge this on. It will always be taxable on receipt basis only. Bonus is not taxable on due or receipt, whichever is earlier. No. It will be always taxable on receipt basis. Because you never know when he becomes mad and says that bonus I had announced, no, cancel. He can do that also. So, bloody, you have shown that you have shown that bonus taxable on what basis? Due basis. Later on, your employer cancelled. He said, no. I was just kidding. What I was kidding? Bloody, I have shown it taxable on what basis? Due basis. So, it will unnecessarily, you will pay tax on that amount, which you even don't know whether the employer will give you or not. Usually the bonus is given, so bonus is announced, it is usually given. But sometimes some circumstances can arise where the bonus, even after declaring, can be cancelled. See, the factory is there, okay? Your employer is having a factory. Your employer, this time, Deepavali is coming, okay? Deepavali is coming, and 2 months before Deepavali, employer announced that this year, Deepavali, employer is going to give you bonus equal to your latest, equal to 2 months of your latest salary. Latest salary was for you, whatever is the latest salary going on, no? 2 months salary calculated on the basis of latest salary, 2 months salary will be given as bonus. Wow, everyone was very happy. See, Deepavali is also coming. So this season, this Deepavali will be a very happy Deepavali. Actually, this time the Deepavali will be very happy. Why? Because we are getting 2 months salary as bonus. Employer announced. Okay. But what happens now? Just behind the factory, where the factory was located, just behind the factory, one small area is there. You can call it slum area. Okay. So just behind the factory, there is a small slum area, and in the slum area, many small kids are playing. Okay. So they found out some rockets, they found out some bombs, rockets, okay, before Deepavali. And they started firing those crackers, rockets, bombs. So one small kid, no, from that slum area, he fired one rocket. So rocket usually goes like this, no? This rocket went like this and came inside the factory. And it came inside the factory and boom, it burst in factory itself. Now in the factory, whatever operations are going on, no, there you cannot use fire or something like that. Okay, it will immediately catch fire. And just imagine what is coming. Rocket. Rocket went inside and it got burst. And all of a sudden, what happened? The entire factory caught fire. Entire factory got fire. So it is a matter of happiness. The employer will earn huge profits because of this incident. What will happen? Huge losses will happen. Hello? So that bonus which was announced, no? Cancelled. Possible or not? But bloody, you have shown that bonus taxable on what? So, are you aware that when you are going to get that bonus again? Not aware. So, what will happen now? It is better to charge that bonus actually when you receive it, no? So, all the salary, all the taxable on due or receipt, whichever is earlier, but bonus will be taxable on receipt basis. So, if bonus is received, only then it will be taxable under the head salary. But if the words are used, bonus is receivable for this year, this much bonus is receivable, bonus is due, bonus is, or bonus is declared. If these words are used, don't charge that bonus. Why? Because you have not yet received. Bonus will be taxable only on receipt basis. Got it, sir? So what will you do with this kind of bonus? Ignore it. Now see, this year you are receiving bonus for this year also, and last year bonus which was announced, which was not given last year, is also given in this year. So which year's bonus will be taxable in this year? Only this year's bonus, or both the years' bonus will be taxable? Because it is taxable on what basis? Receipt. So don't check that for which year the bonus was given. Bonus can be given for any earlier year also. Earlier year, it was not taxed on what basis? Due basis. It is always taxed on what basis? Receipt. So whenever you are going to get bonus for whichever year, that will be taxable in the year of receipt only. So this year's bonus received in this year, taxable in this year. Last 2 years bonus is also received in this year. So it will be taxable in this year. Because it was not taxed earlier on what basis? Due basis. Declaration basis. It will be taxed on receipt basis. Done, sir? Should I move ahead? Everyone. After bonus, what can you see? These are, so if you get basic salary from your employer in this year, what are you going to do? You will calculate how much basic becoming due or is received in this year. That basic salary will be taxable here. Under the salary statement, arrears will also be taxable, but only if it was not taxed earlier on due basis. Under the head salary, advance salary will also be taxable. On what basis? Receipt basis. In this year, if it is received, it will be taxable in this year. In the year when it will become due, that year it will not be taxable. Bonus or ex gratia, taxable in this year only. Taxable in this year only if it is received in this year. Okay. Now, fees or commission also will be taxable. Due or receipt, whichever is earlier. All the salary taxable on what basis? Due or receipt, whichever is, except bonus. Except, so whatever fees or whatever commission which is becoming due in this year or which is received in this year will be taxable in this year. What is fees? What is commission? Hello? What is fees or commission? Tell me. Fees or commission. But before that, please read this small part. This small part. This I have already explained, but you just have to read it. For current previous year, received in current previous year, taxable in current previous year. Hello? Bonus for the current previous year, received in the, not taxable in the, but taxable in the, bonus for any earlier previous year, not received then, but received in the, taxable in the, yes or no? That is just a summary. That bonus is taxable on what basis? Receipt basis. So summary of this thing. Okay. Next one. See, the fees and commission given by the employer to the employee. So any amount given for some extra work done for achieving or exceeding certain targets. The employer had given you some targets. Those targets you are meeting or you are exceeding those targets. The employer can give you commission. Employer can give you commission or some extra work you are doing for your employer, which you were not supposed to do. You were supposed to do the accounting work. Hello? You have been employed in the accounts department. You are supposed to do the accounting work. But sometimes if the sales team is not there, you do the sales work also for me. Please do some sales work for me. Hello? Or do some legal work for the company. Because the employer does not have that employee right now. So for me, please help me by the time I'm not engaging an extra employee, please do this work for me. Along with the work which you are already doing, some extra work is also given. Possible, not possible? Will you do it free of cost? Will you charge some extra fees? That extra fees is charged for what? For doing some extra work. Commission is given for what? Commission is given for what? Commission is given for achieving or exceeding certain targets. So if the company is telling you that, see, whatever targets you are going to achieve, you are supposed to achieve 5 lakh rupees sales turnover in this year, this month. So 5 lakhs you will achieve, or you will even exceed. You have done the sales of 6 lakh rupees in this month. So employer can give you what? Commission for that. That you are doing the work which is given to you in a way in which it should be done. You are meeting the expectation or you are exceeding the expectation. So commission can be given. So what is fees? Fees can be given for some extra work done. And what is commission? For achieving or exceeding certain targets. So if the employer, gives any fees or he is giving any commission to the employee, it will be also taxable under the head salary. It will be also taxable under the head salary. But remember, if these items are given, especially commission can be given in two ways. Commission can be a fixed amount on a monthly basis. So you are receiving salary 20,000 per month. Along with salary, 1,000 rupees per month will be given as a commission. Will be given as a whatever sales, etc. you are going to make. Okay. So for that, the company is going to give you a fixed commission of rupees 1,000 per month. Amount is fixed and it is given on regular basis. That type of commission will be known as fixed commission. Hello, this much commission definitely you are going to get from me. But if you will exceed the targets or if you will meet the targets, you will get turnover based commission also. You will get profit based commission also. Now some variable commission can also be given. Variable commission means what? Variable commission means certain percentage of turnover or certain percentage of net profit can also be given you as a commission. Can be also given to you as a commission. So two types of commission can be there. One, fixed, where the amount will not change. Amount will be same every month. This month 1,000, next month 1,000, next to next one, next to next to next one. Every month 1,000 rupees. That is fixed commission. Taxable under the head salary. This is taxable, yes or no? But what if you are getting variable commission? Then your amount of commission will keep on changing. Your amount of commission will be keep on changing. Meaning, this commission is based on turnover. This commission is based on profits. So as and when the turnover will change, your commission will also change because it is given as a percentage of these amounts. So whatever turnover which you are going to achieve in this month, 2% of that will be given as a commission. So do more sales for me, earn more commission. Getting my point? And in the case of, those employees like who are in the managerial position or higher positions, their commissions are linked with profits. So the more better they will work, more efficiently and effectively they will manage everything, the more profits the company will earn. More profits the company will earn, more commission you will get. Hello? Because that is also a percentage of the profits. Getting my point? If the profits are increasing, your commission will also increase. If the profits will decrease, your commission will also decrease. If the turnover which you are achieving is increasing, your commission will also increase. If the turnover which you are achieving is decreasing, your commission will also be decrease. Commission will also decrease. Yes or no? Now pay attention. Every month turnover changes, so amount of commission changes, or the profit changes, amount of commission changes. That is known as variable. In the fixed commission, the amount will not change. It will remain same. So whether you are going to get fixed commission or you are going to get variable commission will not make any difference. Who is giving you? Who are you? Taxable on due or receipt, whichever is earlier basis. Whether this or this, always taxable under the head salary. But difference is this. Getting my point? Hello? Now, next one is very important discussion now. Very important discussion. Because in any salary question which you will see in the exam, allowances are asked. Okay. So let's now have a discussion of allowances. What is the meaning of allowance? First of all, we'll learn what is the meaning of allowance. Allowance means additional fixed amount given on a wait. If the employee is receiving salary from the employer, salary, basic salary. Hello? Along with that basic salary, meaning that additionally. Salary you are receiving, you are going to receive salary. But in addition to salary, a fixed amount will also be given. And that will be given on a, first of all, the amount has to be fixed. It will not change month on month. The amount has to be fixed. And that will be given on a month on month basis. Yes or no? Every month. It is not that this month I have given you, next month I will not give. And again 2 months I will give, and then 3 months I will not give. Every month on a regular basis, I am paying you some fixed amount in addition to your salary. So amount will be given. That amount will be fixed amount. That amount will be given on a regular basis in addition to your salary. That is known as allowance. That is known as. But why it is allowed? Why it is given? The reason can be any of these three reasons. It can be given to meet expenses incurred in the course of employment, or that fixed amount can be given to meet the expenses which are personal expenses of the employee. So to meet certain personal expenses, take this fixed amount. Or to meet the expenses which you are incurring in the course of employment, take this fixed amount. Don't come again and again to me. Hello? For example, you have to do the traveling for official purpose. You have to meet clients, you have to visit the distributors, you have to visit the dealers, you have to do for the company's work, for the purpose of your employment, you have to again and again you have to travel. Sometimes you have to go to Hyderabad, sometimes you have to go to Chennai, sometimes you have to go to Mumbai. Every time when you will go for employer's work, every time you will spend money from your pocket on traveling. Because when you will go, when you will come back, ticket fares you will have to spend, no? Train tickets, then airline tickets. So where you will meet the cost of that traveling? From your pocket. Are you doing this traveling for your personal purpose, or for the purpose of your employer's work? Employer's work. So who should pay for the cost of that traveling? Your employer should pay. So every time when you will go, you stand outside the cabin of the employer. Employer, this time I want to go to Mumbai. Please pay me the money. Employer will give you money. You will go Mumbai and you will come from there. When you will come from there, next after 2-3 days, again you are supposed to, employer, this time I'm going to Hyderabad. Give me the money. Bloody, for the full month, you are traveling for 10 times, and every time you are going and coming to your employer and asking for money. Just imagine, if you are the only person the employer can handle. This company has 2,000 employees, and out of 2,000 employees, 50 employees are such employees who have to travel on a frequent basis. 50 to 100 employees have to travel on frequent basis. Just imagine if they will come on an everyday basis asking for, sir, I want to go here, sir, I want to go there, please pay money, sir, please pay money. The employer will not be able to do any other work. He will be busy in distributing money. Oh, you want to go to Hyderabad? Take this money. Oh, you want to go to Chennai? Go there, take this money. He will not be able to do any work. He knows that these many employees are supposed to travel for the purpose of company's work. They would require money to be spent on traveling for official purpose. So instead of, telling them to come again and again, ask for money for that traveling, give them a fixed amount on a regular basis. A monthly amount, fixed amount will be given. Hello? Take this 10,000 rupees per month. Take this 10,000 rupees per month. Whatever traveling will happen in this month, for that I'm giving you 10,000. Sometimes less traveling is there, 10,000 will not be spent fully. Hello? Balance amount, no need to return. Hello? But sometimes extra traveling will happen. So this 10,000 will be fully spent. Some excess amount will be spent from your pocket. Spend it from your pocket and then take the reimbursement. Getting my point? 10,000 can be spent fully, and if that 10,000 is spent fully, no problem, no. Don't wait for me to give you money, spend money on the traveling and with tickets, etc. Claim the reimbursement. I'm going to give you reimbursement. But at least for the entire month's traveling, you will not have to spend some extra traveling. That is not a very big amount. You can spend it from your pocket. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to give you that money. Take that money from me, no? I'll reimburse. Getting my point? Any type of official work which you are doing in the course of employment, the employee might have to spend for employer's work. So to do those spending, the employee should not come again and again to me. What I'm going to give? I'm going to give a fixed amount on a regular basis. Meet the expenses incurred in the course of employment out of this fixed amount. That will be allowance, a fixed amount given on a regular basis in addition to salary to meet the expenses in the course of employment. Or it can also be given to meet your personal expenses. Take this 5,000 rupees per month for medicines, etc., doctor visits, etc., as medical allowance. You, your family, your parents, your kids, so many members are there in your family, okay, no? So, frequently the doctor visits are there. Frequently the medicine expenses are there. Meet those doctor visit cost, medicines cost from this amount which I am going to give you. By saying what? Medical allowance. You are coming every day to the office. Okay. Nobody is there to cook food at home. You have to eat outside. Don't worry. Take this 5,000 rupees per month. Have lunch. Lunch allowance can be given. So, there are many personal expenses which the employee can incur. For meeting those personal expenses also, a fixed amount on a regular basis in addition to salary can be given by the employer. Yes or no? So, employer can give a fixed amount on a regular basis in addition to salary to meet the expenses in the course of employment or to meet the personal expenses. Or this fixed amount on a regular basis allowance can be given as a compensation for unusual or extreme working conditions to motivate you that please work in that unusual situation, work in that extreme working condition. If I'll not give you motivation by giving you some extra amount, you will not feel like working in such unusual or extreme working conditions. Normally the people work in the cities, Bangalore, okay, Chennai, Hyderabad. Normally the people are working in the cities. They are surrounded by people. But bloody I am sending you to tribal area. Go and work in the tribal area. The company has a big factory there. So you are supposed to go and work in that factory which is in tribal area. Go work there. People are normally working here getting 20,000 salary. You will work there. You will also get 20,000 salary. Would you be interested in going and working there? Hello? You'll become Mowgli. And then becoming a Mowgli is not going to help you because Staying here, you can earn 20,000 salary. Going there also, you are going to get 20,000. Why to go there? I will stay here only. Employer is saying, take 10,000 rupees per month extra. Now motivation will come. Okay, 10,000 rupees extra I am going to get. Let me go there. Let me become Mowgli. Hello. Getting my point or not? Normally the people are working above the ground. You're working below the ground. Yes, you're working in the mines. You're working in the mines. See, if you'll work above the ground, no. Clean air, no tension, no risk, 50,000 rupees per month. But if you'll go underground in the mines, still you are going to get 50,000. What will you say? No, no, let me work above the ground only. I'm not going to work underground. I'm not going to work in the mines. Why? I'm going to get the same amount of salary. Hello? I'm going to get same amount of salary for extra risk which I am taking, for extreme working condition, and still I am going to get same amount of salary. Why to go and work there? Getting my point? So will you be interested in working? No. So now your employer is saying, see, if you'll work there, no, 5,000 rupees extra, 10,000 rupees extra per month. You will be motivated. You will be motivated to work in such extreme condition. Let me take some risk. Even if the conditions are unusual, I will manage. I'm getting 10,000 rupees extra. It will give you motivation. So it can be an amount which can be given as a compensation for unusual or extreme working conditions. Yes or no? Will you remember this? So what is the meaning of allowance? Allowance means it has to be a fixed amount given regularly in addition to salary. But it can be given to meet official expenses. It can be given to meet personal expenses. It can be given as a compensation for unusual or extreme working conditions. Yes or no? This is the meaning of allowance. Never asked in the exams and will not be asked also. But for understanding and remembering the concept, this meaning is required. Now, did you understand the meaning? Now you have to learn the tax treatment. If any allowance is given by the employer, it can be for this purpose also, it can be for this purpose also, it can be for this purpose. For any purpose, the employer is giving you allowance, a fixed amount regularly in addition to salary. What will be the tax treatment? So they are saying all the allowances. What did I say? All the allowances fully taxable. Fully. Any allowance employer will give you, it will be fully taxable. It will be fully taxable. But wait, there are some allowances for which the exemptions are granted. If you are receiving X allowance, if you are receiving Y allowance, if you are receiving Z allowance, if you are receiving A, B, C, any type of allowance you are receiving, first thought should be to tax it. Because all types of allowances are what? Taxable. But few allowances, not all, few allowances are also exempt. Are also. So, your focus should be on, remember exempt allowances, rest all the allowances are taxable. Yes or no? You'll have to ask the allowance. Allowance. Are you covered in the exemption category? But for that, you'll have to remember the name of those allowances and the amount of exemptions. Yes or no? You'll have to remember that which are the allowances which were given in the exemption category. Oh, this. You have to remember. So if you will ask the allowance that you were covered in the exemption category, he will say, yes, 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 I was covered in exemption category, take the exemption. Then it will not be taxable. So here, whenever your statement will be made, in this statement, what are you writing? You are charging allowances. Which allowances you will write here? Only the taxable. The exempt allowances are not to be taken for computation of your taxable salary. So for the computation of taxable salary, only the taxable allowances will be taken. So sir, all the allowances are taxable. Take all the allowances, but don't take those allowances which are given in exemption category. Okay. So now see which allowances are exempt, which allowances are exempt, and which are taxable. So for the purpose of taxability, what I have done, I have classified this. See, dearness allowance, entertainment allowance. Then there is a category of all other allowance. Now tell me, dearness allowance written separately, entertainment allowance written separately, and exempt allowance written separately. If I have not written dearness allowance and entertainment allowance in the exemption category, I have written separately. Means by default they are taxable. If they were exempt, definitely I would have included them in the exemption category. Getting my point? Since I am writing them separately, means they are taxable. And what about all other allowances? Have I included them in the exemption category? No. So they are also taxable. So if your employer gives you dearness allowance, taxable. If your employer gives you entertainment allowance, taxable. If your employer gives you any other allowance, any other cash allowance, like medical allowance, overtime allowance, lunch allowance, project allowance, city compensatory allowance, domestic servant allowance, or any other cash allowance by whatever name, yes or no, will be fully taxable. So dearness allowance, what are you going to do? Come on. Taxable. Entertainment allowance, under the head salary, if the employer has given you dearness allowance, you are going to charge that dearness allowance under the head salary. Entertainment allowance, taxable. You have to charge that under the head salaries. Got it? No? But wait now. What is the meaning of dearness allowance? The meaning they will not ask. But for the purpose of, calculations, we have to know the meaning also of dearness allowance. I could have written it in taxable category. Why I am writing it separately? Because there is a separate discussion about this dearness allowance. There is a separate discussion about this entertainment allowance. Hence I am writing them separately. Otherwise, what I would have done, I would have made the two categories. Number one, taxable and exempt. So in the taxable category, entertainment allowance and dearness allowance is also covered there. But I'm taking them separately because there is a separate discussion about these two allowances. Yes or no? First discussion I'm going to do about dearness allowance. Note number 1. Note number. Now see, this dearness allowance can be given by an employer to the employee. Now usually this is given to meet the inflation. Given to meet the inflation, because inflation is rising. As a reason of that, your salary may not be sufficient. The hike which we are giving you in your salary might not be equal to the inflation. So take some extra salary from us in the form of dearness allowance. Now if this dearness allowance is given, this is given to meet or beat the inflation effect. So they are saying, whatever it may be, sir, any amount in addition to salary given on a regular basis, and that amount is fixed amount by whatever name called you are giving, that is your salary. You could have given this amount in the form of salary also, no? So no exemption for these items. Hello, sir. Because if we'll start giving you exemption for these, sir, it was given to me, if inflation, no, sir, please give me, no. Just imagine if this amount was exempt, nobody would have taken their salary. Everyone would start taking their salary on the name of, because inflation is going to be there and it is going to increase. Every time when you will take your salary, every time when you will tell your employer, you will tell your employer, don't give me salary, give me DA. Don't give me salary, give me DA. How much was your salary? 1 lakh. Don't give me 1 lakh. Give me only 10,000 as salary, remaining 90,000 as DA. Why? The government is mad, no? Government gives the exemption for DA. Hello? No exemption. Government says DA is not exempt. Even if it is given to meet inflation, it could have been given in the form of salary also, no? Always taxable. But the DA can be given as per the terms of your employment contract. Hello? Or it is given, but it was not in the terms of your employment contract. So will you enter in the employment contract with your employer? Yes or no? Will you enter in the employment contract with your employer? Yes. In that employment contract, if the DA is given, DA is written, and that DA is given, so that DA is given as per the terms of employment contract. Was the DA written in employment terms? Yes. So that is known as DA in terms of employment contract. As per the contract, in the contract, we have written your salary also, we have written your DA also. So DA is given in terms of employment contract. And that DA, which is given in employment contract, that DA I am giving. That is known as DA in terms. That is known as DA in terms. In terms of contract of employment. Hello? Sometimes the DA will be given. But you checked your employment contract. In your employment contract, there was no DA written. But still your employer gives you DA. Might happen, no? That while making the employment contract, it was not fixed that you are going to get DA. But later on, you negotiated with your employer, or your employer felt that I should give DA also. So instead of changing the contract, what your employer said? Keep the contract same. As per contract, whatever I am supposed to give, that I am going to give. But this DA, even if not written in the contract, I will give you extra. Possible, not possible? So the DA which you are getting is in terms of contract or not in terms of contract? Not in terms of contract. Still you can get that DA. So there are two types of DA. There are in terms, not in terms. In terms DA written in the contract, employment contract. Hello? Not in terms DA, not written in employment contract. Both the DAs fully taxable. Whether you get it as per employment terms or you are getting without the employment terms, both the DAs are always taxable. Always. Which is better to take? Why? You know that it will come. But I know that not in terms is also going to come. Employer is giving me not in terms without even writing in the employment contract, still he is giving me. I know that DA not in terms is also coming. Which is better to take? Always in terms. Why? Because see, whenever you retire, you're not going to retire today itself. You're going to retire after some years. So whenever you will retire, at the time of retirement, you're going to get different types of retirement benefits. Like you are going to get gratuity, you are going to get leave encashments, yes or no? Different types of retirement benefits. You are going to get provident fund. So those retirement benefits which you are going to get at the time of your retirement or separation from the company, that retirement benefits will be given by your employer. So employer will give you benefits, money at the time of your retirement, known as what? Retirement benefits. To calculate that how much retirement benefit should be given, to calculate that how much retirement benefit should be given, your salary will be used. So retirement benefit will be calculated based on your salary, will be calculated based on your, that is contractual salary. That is the salary which will be written in your contract will be used to calculate your retirement benefits. And if the DA is written in the contract, if the DA is written in the contract, then that DA will also form part of the salary based on which your retirement benefits will be calculated. So definitely your retirement benefit will be higher. Definitely your retirement benefits will be higher if the salary is higher. If the salary is, contractual salary is higher. And contractual salary will be higher if the DA is given in the contract. Because whenever the retirement benefit has to be calculated, it is calculated based on the salary, and in the salary calculation the DA is also taken. In the salary calculation, DA is also taken, and that DA should be given in the contract. So if the contract says this much is your DA, that DA will be taken as a part of your salary. Your salary will increase. And based on this increased salary, if the retirement benefits are given, those retirement benefits will be higher. But what if DA is not written in the contract? DA is not written in the, so DA which is not written in the contract does not form part of salary, does not form part of, based on which the retirement benefit has to be calculated. So your salary will be higher amount or a lower amount, because this does not include DA. And if it does not include DA, your salary will be lower amount. And based on the lower salary, you are going to get lower retirement benefit. Getting my point? Your employer will always try to hide this thing from you. Understanding what I'm trying to tell you? Employer will always try to hide that thing from you. Let's see. Let's not take DA in the terms now. I'll not write DA in contract. I want to give you 25,000 DA. That is what I have thought. That how much DA I am supposed to give to my employee? 25. But in the contract now, I will not write 25. I'll write only 10,000. I'll write only the less amount of DA I will write in the contract, the less DA will form part of salary for my retirement benefits. So less retirement benefits I will have to give. And that time I will save in lakhs. Because retirement benefit will not be a small amount, it will be huge amounts. So huge amounts, meaning in lakhs I will do the savings if I don't write the DA in terms right now. Getting my point? But when the month will end, no? When the month will end, I will give you DA of 25,000. Even if that 15,000 DA which was not written in the contract, I will give you that DA also. What I will say? See, I thought that you should not be getting this much less salary. Okay. So I'm giving you 15,000 salary extra, but that I'm going to give you in the form of DA. But that DA is not written in the contract. Don't worry. Still I'm going to give you. So you will say, oh my God, my employer is so good. He is giving me DA without even writing in the contract. Hello? He's an angel. Bullshit angel. This angel is shaving lakhs of rupees of retirement benefits which he would have given if the DA would have been shown properly in the employment contract. Yes or no? No DA written, but still no DA is written in the contract, but still the DA is given. Why would any employer do that? He has to give DA. He knows that. But if he gives the DA in writing, then that DA will be considered as a part of salary, which is used to calculate your retirement benefit. Let's not take DA in the contract. I will tell the employee, oh shit, I've made the employment contract. Now I will have to change it. Do one thing, no. Accept this employment contract. Okay. The 25,000 DA which I'm supposed to give you, no problem. I will give you. Don't worry. My word. My word. 100% I'm going to give. Every month you are going to get 25, 25, 25. You will not be bothered only. See? Why? Because even if it is not written in the contract, it is promised that he is going to give, he is giving. You will suffer at the time of retirement. Now, at the time of calculating your retirement benefits, he'll only take your contractual salary, not the salary he was giving beyond the contract. And DA was not given in the contract. Getting my point, everyone? So this is the difference between what? DA in terms of contract, DA not in terms of contract. Okay. So DA which is in terms of contract, DA which is in terms of contract is used for retirement benefits. Is used for retirement benefit. Means that it will form part of your salary to calculate your retirement benefits. And DA not in terms is not given in terms of employment contract, and this DA will not form part. This DA will not form part of salary to calculate your retirement benefit. So this DA is not used for retirement benefits. Now in the question, no, they can directly give you this DA in terms, or they can give you DA not in terms. What are you going to do? DA in terms, taxable. DA not in terms, taxable. Any type of DA coming, it is taxable as salary only. Yes or no? But sometimes they will use the word DA used for retirement benefits, meaning this was DA in terms. Or they will use the word DA forming part of salary for retirement benefits. DA forming part of salary for retirement benefits. That is DA in terms, taxable. Or they can say the DA not used for retirement benefits. DA not in terms. Hello? DA not in terms. Or they can say that DA not forming part of salary. Not forming for retirement benefits. DA not in terms. Will you identify this? Or no? So this was the discussion of DA. Now see, in many calculations which we are going to do, we are going to use full DA. In many calculations we are going to do, we are going to use only DA in terms. We are going to do only DA in terms. But in few calculations we'll take not in terms also, meaning we'll take full DA. That we are going to see later on. Okay? But see, your employer right now is giving you DA in terms or DA not in terms. It will be always taxable. Yes or no? Okay. Now, the next one is entertainment allowance. Now, see, the name suggests why it is given. For entertainment. For recreation. Whose entertainment? Whose recreation? No. Not for employee. It is usually given, this type of entertainment allowance is usually given to entertain the guests. At your home? No. At the office? Guests at office. Some business customers will come. Some business clients will come. Foreign delegates will come. So you have to handle them. You have to do their hospitality. You'll have to recreate them. You'll have to take them somewhere. Sir, let's go and have a cup of coffee. Sir, let's go and have some dinner. Sir, I'll take you here. Sir, I'll take you there. Hello. You have to keep them happy. Your job is to interact with the customers, the clients. Yes or no? Sometimes for some business meeting, you've called someone, some client, that, sir, let's meet over a cup of coffee. We'll have a coffee and we'll discuss. This way, we'll enjoy also the business meeting. Getting my point? You've called your business client to Starbucks. Starbucks, ayyo. Starbucks la, you'll go and you'll buy your coffee and you'll say, buy your coffee. Will you say this to your client? Will it look good? No, absolutely. You'll have to go and buy coffee for him also. Or sometimes it might also happen that you all have, you are meeting on a dinner. So you will say that, see, we have just left from office. Okay, it is already a dinner time and we have to complete a meeting with the client. So let's meet over a dinner and we'll discuss. So you met in the restaurant. In the restaurant, take the bill from sir. You'll have to, as an etiquette, you'll have to offer the bill from your pocket, no? But you are not doing all these things for yourself. You are doing this thing for your employer. But while doing this, you will also enjoy. The money will be spent on you also. Okay. And see, exemption cannot be given for this allowance also. Because exemption for this is given, then what will happen? Ultimately, the wrong use of this allowance will, wrong use of that exemption, the employees will start taking the wrong advantage or wrong use of that exemption. They will start taking their taxable salary on this name, even if they're not interacting with the clients, even if they're not interacting with the customers. Getting my point? So see, we are not going to give any exemption for this entertainment allowance. So whenever you are going to get any entertainment allowance, that is also fully taxable. That is also fully taxable. So see here, if you can see, no, entertainment allowance, if the employer is giving to the employee, it will always be fully taxable. It will always be. Now see, if you are a government employee, if you are a, and you have received entertainment allowance, then see, for you, we have given one deduction also. And deduction will be allowed under section 16 clause 2. Under section, for the entertainment allowance which you have received. So first, receive entertainment allowance, show that entertainment allowance taxable, and take the deduction from your gross salary for entertainment allowance. How much deduction we are going to give you? A, B, C, whichever is lower. A, B, C, whichever is lower. To that extent, we are going to give you deduction for entertainment allowance, which might have been spent by you. Which might have been spent by you on hospitality, recreation, etc. of your business clients. Yes or no? But that deduction also we are going to give you only if you are government employee. Because if you are a government employee and if you are in need of such type of allowance, only then the employer, meaning government, is going to give you such type of allowance. For private sector employees, it can be given to any employee without even the requirement of this type of allowance. So for private sector employee, if the allowance is received, then it will be taxable, but no deduction under 16 clause 2 will be given. Hello, sir. Who is going to get the deduction? So are you a government employee receiving entertainment allowance? Yes or no? Two effects. First, that entertainment allowance will be taxable. And second, for that entertainment allowance which is taxed, you are going to get the deduction under section 16 clause 2. Under section 16 clause, how much deduction you are going to get? A, B, C, whichever is lower. A, 1/5 of your basic salary. B, actual entertainment allowance received and charged. Yes or no? And C, maximum 5,000. Is it per month? is only, if it would have been per month, 100% I would have written per month. But did I write per month? So for the full year, the total deduction for entertainment allowance available is maximum 5,000. If A limit is 10,000, B limit is 20,000, and C limit is whichever is lower. Oh wow. A limit is 3,000, B limit is 2,500, and C limit is whichever is lower. In no case you are going to get a deduction higher than 5,000. And that too also if you are a government employee. So even if the non-government employees are not going to get this deduction, no, they're not feeling bad. Why? Oh, government employees are getting the deduction, we are not getting the deduction. Bloody government employees are getting deduction of maximum, and that 5,000, if not given to us, no, will not make any difference. Because of the deduction of 5,000, they are not saving crores of rupees of tax. Getting my point? So only 5,000 rupees deduction. So why this small amount? Higher amount? They have not. They have started giving this 5,000 deduction since the beginning only. Hello? At the time when this concept was introduced, since then only the entertainment allowance reduction is what? 5,000. Since then the limit is not changed only. And nobody is telling to change the limit also. Why? First of all, we should not be getting the deduction. If we will tell to increase the limit, the government will take away this 5,000 also. Nobody telling to increase that limit. And the government is like, okay, nobody is saying, why to change the limit? Keep it 5,000. Less deduction, meaning more taxable income, more tax we are getting. Hello? And government employees are getting, why government employees are getting that deduction? Tell me. Reason simple. Entertainment allowance the government will give only to those employees who are actually dealing with clients, customers, etc. Yes or no? This will not be given to any employee who is not in requirement of this type of allowance. So if the government is giving, means it is a genuinely given allowance. But if any employee in private sector is getting it, this can be given to any employee even if he needs or he does not need. Hence we are not going to give any deduction or exemption for that if you are a non-government. But if you are a government employee, we are going to give you. But the amount which you will be receiving will not be too high. So there is no requirement of a higher deduction. The deduction of 5,000 is also sufficient. That time. Getting my point, everyone? So tell me, are you a government employee? Receiving entertainment allowance? First effect, taxable as your salary. Then second effect, from your gross taxable salary, take the deduction. So in your gross taxable salary, I'm talking about this amount. Have you shown entertainment allowance? Entertainment allowance is shown in your, entertainment allowance is taxable, meaning it is becoming a part of your gross taxable salary. So when entertainment allowance will be received, it will form part of gross taxable salary. From your gross taxable salary, will allow the deduction for entertainment allowance. That entertainment allowance will allow as a deduction. How much? Maximum 1/5 of your basic salary or actual entertainment allowance received and shown taxable. Yes or no? And see, maximum 5,000, not more than that. Whichever is lower. So A, B, C, whichever is lower, that much amount you take as a deduction from your gross taxable salary. But for that, you will have to show the entertainment allowance taxable. You should receive and you should show it taxable. Then you are going to get the deduction. Sir, I am not getting any entertainment allowance. So will you write any entertainment allowance here? So will you get any deduction for entertainment allowance? No. You are going to get the deduction only if You are receiving it and you have shown it taxable, only then it will be allowed as a deduction. But only to a government employee we are going to give this deduction. If you are a non-government employee, which employee? Allowance will be taxable. It will be shown as a part of your gross taxable salary, but it will not be allowed as a deduction. Getting my point? If you are a non-government employee. But wait, are you a government employee? Received entertainment allowance? Taxed it? Are you going to get the deduction? Only if you shift out of default tax regime. 115 BAC, don't follow that. Shift out. Then only you are going to get entertainment allowance deduction. But what if you don't shift out? Sorry, what if you don't shift out? You follow 115 BAC. Then entertainment allowance received, taxable as a part of gross salary, but you are not going to get this deduction. Why? Because you are following 115 BAC, meaning you are in the default tax regime. We are not going to give you deduction for entertainment allowance. Will you remember this? See. Entertainment allowance, government employee, 2 effects, okay, and non-government employee, only 1 effect, that is taxable, no deduction. See, deduction will be available to government employee only if they shift out. 115 BAC cross mark means 115 BAC, not 115 BAC cross mark. 115 BAC cross mark means 115 BAC not followed. Then this deduction will be allowed. And 115 BAC tick mark means 115 BAC followed. 115 BAC. If 115 BAC followed, then this deduction not allowed. So I am talking about what? Deduction, which is A, B or C, whichever is lower. So this deduction will be allowed if you don't follow 115 BAC. This deduction will be not allowed if you follow 115 BAC. Done, sir? Okay. We'll meet tomorrow and we'll continue from here. Okay. Bye-bye.